What's going on, Ravens fans? Welcome into a live episode of For the Flock Rundown. I'm Ryan here with Noah, and the Ravens are alive. How we feeling, bro?
Hey, dude, they roped us back in, man. They roped us back in, man. It was like literally a 7% chance that the Ravens would make it into the playoffs. I was like, bro, are you telling me we're gonna have to go on the road with a backup quarterback in Green Bay and beat the Packers in their home turf, and then the 3-win Browns with a rookie quarterback, Shador Sanders, are gonna have to go and beat the Pittsburgh Steelers? That all they have to do is win and they're in. They needed that game, and Pittsburgh couldn't do anything. And the Ravens go into Green Bay. Derrick Henry sets 2 NFL records, goes absolutely bananas, and the offense is like looking really, really sharp. Pass game execution, run game execution. Defense got a few turnovers, and all of a sudden, I'm like, bro, why are you doing this to us, Ravens? We go from 1-5 to 6-5, and then 7-8, another a losing record again. And then now all you do is win and you're in. Ryan, it's the first playoff game is this week. It's either you win or you go home. You know, if you lose, your season's over. You're out. You're on the couch. You get to watch the playoffs. But if you win, you're in, baby. And like we were talking about right before this live stream started, Ryan, this AFC is just so whacked out this year. It's so wide open, man. So wide open. So, like, if anybody, the Ravens have as good a chance as anybody if they get in, man. Like, you're looking at the Chargers and telling me they don't have issues. The Broncos tell me they're not inconsistent, and the Jaguars, like, bro, the Bills. Everybody's flawed this year.
I agree.
Wide open AFC. And all of a sudden, right when like I'm looking at mock draft simulators and I'm like starting to look at the prospects. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get a top 14 draft pick. Look at free agency, look at the salary cap. All of a sudden, it's like, dude, we blow out the Packers, the Browns beat the Steelers, and here we are with a chance to make some noise. How are you feeling, Ryan?
Dude, incredible, honestly. Like, we were down and out after that New England game, especially the way we went out in that New England game, having a double score lead or 2-possession lead and not giving Henry the ball the last however 10, 12 minutes or whatever it was. Like,
Yeah.
And then losing that game and then needing help from the Browns. Like, I was like, man, this is such a long shot. Like, not only did we have to beat the Packers without Lamar, but now you need the Browns to win. It just felt – it was a long shot. Let's be real. It didn't just feel like a long shot. It was a long shot.
Yeah.
So, I'm feeling great, man. I don't know. We'll just 1 week at a time. I'm not sitting here making Super Bowl predictions or nothing. Like, we got to beat the Steelers this Sunday. This is it. One game, no excuses, and they're shorthanded. Like, this is not the Pittsburgh team we just played. This is not Pittsburgh rolling. They will not have DK Metcalf.
Nope.
Early reports saying TJ Watt's a long shot. We'll see, though. I mean, practice will tell everything this week. But we do know DK and Darnell Washington will not be out there on Sunday. And
they're
if you
basically their top 2 receiving threats.
Yeah, DK by far, he torched us in week 14. And like, we don't have to deal with that.
Yeah, he takes away like the deep part of their passing attack.
And speaking of the defense, real quick, we'll just go there a little bit. I'm not to start on a negative note, but they scared me a little bit in that Packers game. So I think going against a shorthanded Steelers team is actually really helping us in this situation, because DK Metcalf tore us up weeks ago. And then also, if you watched how that secondary played against Green Bay, it's like, oh, thank God DK is not in this game, because that's the type of guy that could really, is going to get 100+ and just be a nightmare for us. Diggs did it to us 2 weeks ago. So you got these top guys that are going off, and now the top talent is Vontez Scantling, Thielen, Freiermuth. Like, you saw how limited they were.
Scotty Miller.
I don't even know who Rodgers trusts. Did you watch the Browns? We were texting throughout the Browns game, so I'm sure you watched it
I watched
closely.
most of it.
The very end of the game, Rodgers is force feeding Scantling, covered by Denzel Ward, just because that's the guy he like trusts the most. And I'm just sitting here looking at this matchup, and I'm like, there's no way the Ravens can't contain this Steelers offense right now.
Yeah.
This game is set up for the Ravens defense to really be able to contain their offense. And whether we don't know if Lamar's going to play, early signs this week, especially from like Ian Rappaport and everything, even Harbaugh seemed optimistic. Everyone seems optimistic that Lamar's going to play, but we won't really know for sure until Thursday, Friday. Like, let's see if he's getting in full practices. So, but regardless though, I think if
he's a limited participate on Wednesday, dude, I'm feeling good.
Nah, we're good. Even if he comes back Thursday, I think we're good. He's not going to practice Thursday and Friday and not play. You know what I mean? And he obviously sat that whole week, so he got a whole week of rest. And Harbaugh said that he was getting better each day. I don't know if you listened to the press conference this morning, but I forget. I don't know what reporter asked him, but someone asked Harbaugh, was Lamar improving like throughout the week? And he was like, yes, the contusion was really bad in the beginning of the week. And then every day it was getting better and better and better. And then Lamar was in for treatment today. So it's like he's aggressively trying to get back. I'm optimistic about that. But my point is, regardless, I just think as long as our defense can contain this shorthanded Steelers offense, we'd be okay with Snoop or Lamar. Like, I just really I don't think that our offense is going to be the issue as long as you keep feeding this guy, right? I mean, the Hall of Famer stepped up, 216 yards, 4 tutties, 3 in the first half with a hat trick. I was like, oh my goodness, 36 carries, and it's a career high for Derrick Henry. He's never even got that. He's never got that many. Any average 6 carries, or I mean 6 yards per carry on 36 carries. When have you seen that type of average with that type of volume?
That's crazy, man.
Go. I'm feeling good.
I'm feeling good too. Dude, you know what I loved? Ryan, we've been talking about this all week, man. Or I'm sorry, not all week, all year. I've been saying, please, 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 please stop taking Derrick Henry off the football field every third down. Every third down. Completely wipes the threat out of him touching the football. And then you see Tyler Huntley comes in. They simplify the game plan. They don't call any deep shots. Everything is like 10 yards and below. Quick like the longest completion was the out route to Zay Flowers in the end zone. That was like maybe like a 12-yard pass or something, right?
Yeah, Huntley averaged 5.4 yards per throw. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, like they said, let's run Derrick Henry like crazy, and let's keep it simple and try to pick up some quick third down conversions. And let's even on 3rd and 5, 2 different times, 3rd and 5 plus, they handed the football off to Derrick Henry like nobody was expecting that. But whenever you take him off the field, that completely eliminates that threat. Plus, every time, how many times have we thrown the ball to Derrick Henry this year where nobody even touches, like he's uncovered. He just leaks out, and it's like a 20-yard gain.
Unexpected,
like, get him out in space. Like, I don't know why we act like Derrick Henry is completely incompetent on third down. Plus, he's massive if you want to have him in there on pass protection too. But, yeah, I like to see him out there on third down more. I liked how, dude, I saw a quote that was like, it was like, with Tyler Huntley, they run the offense that they have, but with Lamar Jackson, they run the offense that they want to have. And I was like, wow, like that said so well, because it's like with this offensive line that we have, it's not ideal for pass protection, for pushing the ball downfield. I know we have the receivers and the quarterback to push the ball downfield, but we haven't had that pass protection. And
not
it's
consistently. It's hard. Yeah, it's too inconsistent. Yeah.
Right. So it's like when Huntley's out there, they said, hey, let's not like have any sacks or turnovers, and let's just get the ball out quick and run the football. And then you see what it looks like. It looks like you literally blow out a playoff team on the road. I know it was against their backup quarterback, but We also had our backup
ball.
quarterback,
Yeah.
and Malik Willis is not.
He went off.
Not. He's talented, man.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So
I don't know if Jordan Love would have had a better game.
yeah,
Malik
exactly,
Willis
dude.
went off.
He went crazy. He looked like prime Michael Vick.
Yeah, it was
like
insane.
Yeah, I'm curious. We can get to that super while we're doing that. I want to look up what Derrick Henry's yards per catch is this year, dude, because I'd be willing to bet it's pretty up there.
Yeah. What's up, Corn Pop? Appreciate you with the 5. Pittsburgh Steelers ain't getting in the playoffs, and Rodgers about to throw the plumbers and the corpse of MVS and Thielen. We got this. Let's go. Yeah, let's go, man. 100%. I agree. Not enough weapons. That's how I'm feeling. If we can't stop that offense with that limited amount of weapons, we do not deserve to be in the playoffs. I mean, it is almost gift wrapped for us. All they had to do was beat Cleveland, and they had a bye. You know what I mean? Like Pittsburgh would have chilled this week. We would have demolished them anyway, probably, because we'd have been playing their backups, and we probably would have won this game regardless. But now, at least, if we win, we get in the dance. So, 100%, man. I just don't. I don't feel like Pittsburgh has enough, and I feel like that Cleveland game was an absolute must-win for them. I think they felt it, and I don't know, man. I love our chances. You got the stat?
Yeah, man. So Derrick Henry has 150 receiving yards this year on only 15 catches. So he's literally averaging 10 yards a catch, which is like among the NFL's highest for a running back. That's just really rare to be averaging double digits per reception as a running back. So good things happen when we throw Derrick Henry the football. And when he's out there on third down, you got the play action effect. He's at least a threat to touch, especially on third and short. And it's not like he can't catch passes either. So it was cool to see Derrick Henry on the field on third down more. 36 touches was crazy.
Yeah. Career high.
But yeah, Ryan, that's the formula, man. That's 100%. The formula for it. The Ravens, if they keep Derrick Henry in that 20+ carry range,
high 20s, I think.
Probably 25.
It doesn't need to be 36. Right? If Lamar's out there, I get 36 is a ton. Yeah. But 25 plus high 20s feels right.
Yeah, but if we get Derrick Henry averaging 5 yards a carry on 25+ yards or 25+ touches, and then we get the tight ends and the play action and the weaponry of Zay Flowers, we get the ball out quick and we play solid defense, even if it's not great defense, even if it's just like solid, you know?
Yeah.
I think we could make a run in the playoffs.
We need a better game plan than we had against Green Bay defensively too. I mean, we definitely were ready to stop the run, and they just were like, well, we're not going to run them. You know what I mean? And we've seen that happen how many times this year? How many times this year have we just gotten absolutely torched through the air? And it's obviously bad game plan, bad execution. Like Wiggins didn't have a great game either. But also the volume of passes from the opponents are way up against us. They're not trying to run. You know what I mean? They just
completely throw out the run game against us. Like,
yeah,
literally, this is how many carries they had from their running backs. 8.
Yeah.
8 carries. They just said,
and how many did Malik had? He led the team in rushing.
Malik had 9 carries, and most of those were on scrambles.
Yeah.
I think he had like 2 design runs, right? Like an RPO or maybe a QB draw. But and the QB draws for Huntley were working pretty good.
Oh yeah, I know. We haven't been calling those. I feel like with Lamar,
we haven't,
probably because he's been hobbled though. I mean, if Lamar's a little beat up, you're not gonna call as many because you are gonna take some contact most likely. But they were wide open though too. Like
they were untouched. They were right because you have to go pretty much between the A or B gap for those QB draws. You're going right into the teeth of the defense. But whenever it's like 3rd and 7 and teams are pinning their ears back, rushing 4. Sometimes it opens up some big lanes down the middle. So, but it just felt like, man, the creativity was there with Tyler Huntley and the play calling, the outside runs, the inside runs with Derrick Henry, the expectations for Tyler Huntley, like, hey, 3-step drop, he he's
get it
running
out.
he's running a 5-yard hitch on 3rd and 5. You know what I mean? Like,
We need more of that with Lamar.
Yes.
It's not. It's and maybe some of it, maybe Lamar's looking downfield a little too much, but we need layered options. And I love the quick passing element. It's almost like we coach smarter when Lamar's not there, right? It's like, oh, well, we're gonna play safer, but it works. We're built to kind of play that simple game right now. Like that's the way the Ravens are built. Lead with the run and also get it out of your hands because to your point earlier, pass protection has been very inconsistent. So when you are trying to hit those deep shots, you need to let the routes develop. And sometimes you take a sack or the play blows up. Now you're stuck in a 3rd and long or the drive's over. And we're not great in 3rd and long. You know what I mean? I was saying it all week. We have to get into a lot more 3rd and shorts. And the Ravens are a dangerous team in 3rd and short. The whole playbook opens up. Derrick Henry's in the game. Like if you're 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2, good luck, man. And we probably going for it on 4th down if we're not like deep in our own red zone or on our side of the field. So like you everything opens up when you're in 3rd and short. And I don't know how you don't get into a lot of 3rd and shorts by taking those quick little 5-yard throws to the tight end or just running Henry early and often, 1st, 2nd down. Like, how do you not? You're getting 3-4 yards. You're going to be in a lot of 3rd and shorts. And then that keeps the drive churning. What was the time of possession? 40 minutes to 19?
Yeah, man.
Like, you know what I mean? Or 40 to 20, 60 minutes. But like still, you know what I mean? Like that we dominated time of possession. We went on long drives. The opening drive of the game, I think, was 8 minutes. And then the next drive was like 7.5.
Yep.
Like, dude, it's halftime.
Dude.
You know what I mean?
This is the formula, bro. Look at here's the last 2 times we beat the Steelers, okay? Do you remember in the regular season last year, division on the line?
In Baltimore.
The Ravens were 10-5, the Steelers were 10-5 in Baltimore. All right. Derrick Henry got 24 carries for 162 yards. Lamar Jackson had only 23 passing attempts, 3 passing touchdowns, and a 115 passer rating. So he stayed under 25 passing attempts. Derrick Henry got 24 carries. He did his thing. Justice Hill had 2 carries for 30 yards. So we had in that game between Zay Flowers, Rasheen Ali, Mark Andrews, Justice Hill, and Derrick Henry, well over 30 carries. And then we stayed under 25 passing attempts. The second time we beat the Steelers in the playoffs with everything on the line, Lamar Jackson, 21 passing attempts, 175 yards and 2 touchdowns with a 132 passer rating. Again, Derrick Henry got 26 carries. Lamar Jackson had 15 carries in that wild card round. So we ran through when we had to and was super efficient with Lamar 2 touchdowns and a 132 passer rating. So let's do that, man. Let's keep that going. Like that's our formula for success. Like even the players like Ronnie Stanley is like, hey, and Kyle Van Noy and these veterans on these, like, hey, let's not get away from our run game. Like, because I think sometimes we get impatient and we get greedy because we know anytime Lamar drops back, it could be a scramble 50-yard touchdown bomb, making time.
Yeah.
And in a strike downfield to Flowers or Andrews, or like we've seen that happen many times. So I think sometimes we get greedy and impatient, like, oh, let's get some points, let's get an explosive play. But I love the methodical drives down the field.
We're built like that.
Yes.
We're built like that. Our offensive line's not going to hold up to just constantly be dropping back, shooting shots downfield. I'm not saying never take a shot. Yeah. It's just if we play simple and safe like that, and I know it sounds like weak, but that's just how that's our strength right now. Like that will work. You know what I mean? And you just can't and hold on to the ball. I mean, that's ultimate, right? We had no turnovers in the Packers game. That was huge. And then they gifted us. They gifted us too. I don't even think our defense caused those. I guess the pick maybe because Roquan hit him and he dropped it, but like it's a dropped ball. That's an interception. And then the fumble was just an error on the center snapping it with miscommunication with Malik. So like our defense didn't even really force him, but we took the opportunity and capitalized. And then the
Marlon
offense
Humphrey's interception was a nice catch. That wasn't an easy catch to make. Like,
Yeah,
that was
right.
very
But
reactionary.
it took a
Like,
guy dropping it and then,
right,
like, you know what I mean? And but the offense holding on to the ball is the key. I don't know
right.
how many games we're going to lose if we have 0 turnovers on offense.
I
Not many.
agree. I 100% agree. If the Ravens aren't their worst enemy, they're pretty dangerous.
100%.
But
100%.
but yeah, man, like a 34-17 win in the playoffs, 24 carries to Henry, and a 28-14 victory against the Steelers was 26 carries for Derrick Henry. You know, that's the formula, bro.
100%.
That's the
100%.
formula.
Let's get to a couple super chats we got here. Appreciate you guys for coming through. At least we got some positive something. The energy's a lot better this week. I feel a little down and out last week. You guys are still here, but appreciate you guys. David,
Yeah.
with the 2, appreciate you. Who do you guys want to host in the wild card? That's if we beat the Steelers. We would be hosting a playoff game as the 4 seed. And I went through this today in my video.
Let's
The
talk about
Chargers,
it, Ryan. We were talking about it right before we went live.
yeah. The right now it's Texans 5, Chargers 6, Bills 7. But the Chargers are playing the Broncos, who are the 1 seed, and the Chargers are benching their starters, including Herbert. So most likely, I would say Denver's got that locked up. They're going to win the 1 seed. They're going to win the bye. The Chargers are then going to fall. We're probably not going to play the Chargers, right? Like, they're not going to be the 5th seed unless everyone lost. Even then, they wouldn't. So the Texans are the most likely option because they are the 5th seed currently, and they play the Colts. So if the Texans beat the Colts, they're coming to Baltimore if we beat the Steelers. And then if the Texans were to lose to the Colts and the Chargers lose to the Broncos, then the Bills, who play the Jets, I'm sure the Bills would win unless they just don't care and bench their starters. The Bills would then move up. But most likely, I think I saw Jonas Schaefer put out the stats from like New York Times. There's actual odds. It's 70% right now, or 69%, that the Texans are going to be the 5th seed. So
they would basically have to lose to the Colts, right? That's pretty much what it comes down to.
Right. Yes. But and I don't know if they care. You know what I mean? Maybe they rest their starters or something. But like, actually, they can still win their division, right? Aren't they only a game back? I'm not sure on that. The Jaguars.
I think the Jaguars, if they lose to the Titans and the Texans win, they would have the 3 seed.
Yeah. So, okay. Yeah. So maybe the Texans
still can win their division.
So they're going to be fighting for that. They're going to beat the Colts, in my opinion. We're most likely hosting the Texans. But to answer this question, Noah, like, who would you want, though? Like, odds aside, who do you want if we beat the Steelers to come to Baltimore?
Buffalo.
Yeah, I'm feeling the same way, man.
Yeah.
The defense is way worse. The Texans' defense is nice.
Yeah. I think we match up against Buffalo pretty well. I still think Buffalo's run defense has been very suspect all year. Derrick Henry has had success against them. Lamar Jackson has had a lot of success against Buffalo, too. I mean,
week 1.
Week 1, he put up 40 points. We had a 40-25 lead.
And we were running, too. We're doing whatever.
We're doing whatever we wanted on offense, man. And we know how that ended. In the playoff matchup, we were marching up and down the field time in and time out. It's the only thing that stopped us was 4 turnovers. Was a Mark Andrews fumble. I think we had a Lamar interception.
Lamar fumble.
And
I think that was it, but there was a drop. The drop. Yeah.
I thought there was 4 turnovers in that one. But regardless, that's what was stopping us, man. I mean, we were moving the ball up and down the field on Buffalo both times. The last 3 times we played Buffalo, our offense has had no issues. Like, the last time we played Buffalo in Baltimore, we blew their doors off. The last 2 times we played Buffalo on the road, we didn't win, but we still moved the ball. So, and if we played Buffalo, we'd be playing them at home. So, I think we match up well because the Buffalo Bills don't have a lot of elite receivers, and I feel like we can limit their run game. We've gotten torched more through the air this year on defense. But then again, like, you look at this stinking Ravens-Bengals game, where we pitched a shutout against Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, and it's crazy. But I think like the way we match up, I feel like we match up with the Bills better than the Chargers. Chargers got some good receivers with Keenan Allen, Lad McConkey, Quentin Johnston. And I feel like if you get Herbert a lot of time, he's going to dish the ball to those guys. Plus, they got a Marion Hampton back on offense, and their defense is pretty good with Jesse Minter calling the shots and the talent they have with Derwin James and Khalil Mack. And the Texans, we were talking about this, man. The Texans, they got the best defense in the NFL, like a great front. They can shut down the run. They can shut down the pass. They got elite linebackers, DBs, and front. Like they're elite everywhere. Plus, they got 2 or 3 really good wide receivers that could give us issues. So, hey, I think we can beat any of them if we don't turn the ball over.
Yeah.
We play our game. But I think as far as like who we match up with, in my opinion, it'd probably be Buffalo. Plus, I'd like to see some payback after.
Hey, revenge, man.
I think that there would be extra juice for that one.
I agree. In Baltimore too.
Yeah.
Like, 100%, man. And two, like, this is a little broad narrative, but like, don't you feel like after everything, and I could be totally wrong, and we lose to the Steelers, and then it is what it is. But like, don't you feel after everything that we've been through, the fact that the Ravens even have a chance is like the ultimate wake up call. Like don't blow this. You know what I mean? Like it's just like you were down and out, man. I just feel like you're about to get the best version of the Ravens. But I said that a couple weeks ago too when we played Pittsburgh and they ended up beting us and we looked sluggish. But I just feel like
still got robbed by that Isaiah Likely no touchdown.
That is true.
But,
yeah, no, 100% we got robbed. But we also had an awful first half and like our DK tore us up and we still didn't play like a great complete game. And I just feel like you're going to get the best version of the Ravens down the stretch. And I want to get to these other super chats we got rolling in here too. Corn Pop, feel like Fa'alele isn't a pass protection type of guy. Huge dude. His run support is strong. You should bruise and tire out the defense and then pass. I feel like that's the view. I don't know. By the way, we need Harbaugh gone. He's like Carroll in the final year. He was the head coach for Seattle. Appreciate you with the super chats, Corn Pop. Yeah, I mean, Fa'alele has struggled and been inconsistent all year. But to give the whole O-line credit right now, they are run blocking their butts off, man. And I feel like down the stretch right now, this offensive line is doing enough to get the run game churning. We need more of a quick pass game element. You won't have to worry about this inconsistent pass protection from guys like Voorhees and Fa'alele because we have seen that all year. You're right. No doubt.
He's a lot better leaning on guys than he is dropping back. That's for sure.
Yeah, no, I mean, when he's got to move and make decisions, it's not as good. But it's
he has to process
when he knows who to go block in the run game, he can use his size a little bit here and there. And in the O-line has had their best 2 games run blocking against New England and Green Bay. So that's a great sign, man. These last 2 weeks, obviously Pittsburgh's got a tough front. You got to deal with Hayward. Highsmith, if you watch that Browns game, was game wrecking the entire game. Like he's a problem. Maybe Watt comes back. We'll see. It's not an easy front, but neither is the Texans or other teams that we'll have to face. So I think we're going to have to continue to move bodies. Green Bay is not a bad run defense. You know what I mean? And we were opening holes left and right. So I trust right now. I do trust this O-line to run block. I know that sounds crazy because we've been inconsistent. I don't trust them as much to consistently pass protect. That's why I think we need to stick with this simpler game plan. Maybe not as drastic if Lamar's back. You can take more shots, but have a dose of this simple, quick passing game and lean on the run heavy regardless of who's in there. And I think the Ravens will be fine, man.
Yeah.
And
I agree. Man. 100%.
Yeah. And what do you think about we're the last game, because there's no Monday night games. We are the last game of the regular season. Prime time.
Let's go, baby. Let's go, man. Sunday night football.
Longest wait, but we are the last game. We're closing the regular season of 2025.
Yeah, man. I love it. It feels like the Ravens-Steelers rivalry has been heating back up, man, because it kind of died off there a little bit. whenever Ben Roethlisberger left. But, we met them in the playoffs last year. We've been fighting down to the wire for the division the last few seasons. And here we are again. This is basically a playoff matchup. I mean, it is. This is the first round of the playoffs. Yeah. The Ravens got kind of, if they advance in this one and they get to the playoffs, it's kind of like you already felt the pressure of the playoffs and you can kind of take a deep breath and go play. You know what I mean?
100%.
But, did you hear the message? Speaking of playing free, Derrick Henry had the team prayer and before the game, and he told the guys, let's go play free, man. You could see it.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, they had fun.
They did. And we've been talking about how we would like to see some more vocal leadership. Dude, I tell you what, if there's one guy that has the respect of every single coach and player in that locker room, it's Derrick stinking Henry, man. The way he prepares in the offseason, the way he trains, the way he puts, his body on the line. And when he rips off a run at M&T Bank Stadium, the crowd goes nuts, man. I don't know. Yeah. Derrick Henry might be my favorite Raven on the team right now.
Bro, that signing, unbelievable. That's one of the best signings in the history of the franchise.
Yeah.
You could argue is the best free agent signing. I'm trying to think. I haven't really thought about this very much, but it could be the best free agent signing ever for us.
Yep. And he only needs 30 yards to have a 1,500-yard season.
36, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
31.
He'll become
31.
Yeah, dude. Let's go. He'll become the first player ever to have back-to-back 1,500-yard seasons over the age of 30.
And 15-plus touchdowns.
And, dude,
it's the 1,500 yards, 15 touchdowns over 30 back-to-back. He's going to get it.
Oh, yeah. Derrick Henry, hey, I don't know how many years we got left of him. Run him, baby. Run him till the wheels fall off.
Dude, he looks great.
He looks good.
I'm not even remotely concerned about wear and tear or overusage or this guy's aging. Nah, dude. He looks
great. Most consistent. He hasn't missed a game since he's been on the Ravens.
It's unbelievable. I think it's his work ethic and how he takes care of his body. I've heard almost every other player that's been asked about Henry and his influence on the team. They all are he taught us how to eat right and really take care of his body. And if you ever watch any of his off-season interviews and stuff, he talks a lot about nutrition. The dude doesn't snack. He laughed when somebody was asking him, how often do you eat ice cream? He's like, dude, I don't eat any of that stuff. You know what I mean? And it's just the ultimate sacrifice during his professional career, because maybe after he'll indulge a little bit in junk food maybe, but during his career he's nah, I'm going to do everything I possibly can to stay healthy, stay available, and dominate the league, and he's done nothing but that.
Hey, and speaking of health, John Harbaugh said today that they're in really good shape health-wise.
Yeah.
So
who would be out outside? I mean, Lamar's the question, right? I mean, I know Marlon got banged up. His hand stepped on in that game, but he came back in. I don't know who would be out.
Everybody's ready to go, man.
And look at Pittsburgh, opposite. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Injuries.
Darnell Washington being out is huge, bro.
I know.
He not only was a force in the run game, springing open, Jalen Warren and Gainwell, but dude was a problem over the middle of the field. I mean, he's hard to take down. He would catch a 5-yard hitch and still pick up 10 yards just by rumbling down the field.
Kind of guy that kind of guy that wears you out too. You like a Henry, you know what I mean? I imagine being that the opponent and just every play, Henry I guess is more volume, but it wears you out as a defense. You get a little bit softer. I feel I completely agree, man. It's a massive missing piece. Let's get to this other super chat real quick. Appreciate you, Dom. Do you think Calais will become available? You got any thoughts on this, Noah? I guess he'd have to get released, right?
I don't know if the Cardinals would release him. If they did release him, would he be eligible to sign with the team? Would he go to waivers? How would that?
I don't know.
I think the odds of him becoming available wouldn't be very high.
I don't know this late in the season. I'm sure. I think he would. If they released him, he would be able to. They're not going to release him just to like. If
Yeah.
they release him, I think it's to do him a favor and say, "Hey, you can go play for contender." But if they,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, it wouldn't
Right.
release him just to go sit at home.
Yeah.
But
That reminds me of like if you've ever played fantasy football.
oh yeah, I'm in 9 leagues. So I'm like,
Yeah. It's like one of the guys is eliminated from playoff contention. So they just start dropping like their star players
oh yeah,
to like hook somebody else up.
yeah.
And they know like if that person is ahead of you in the waiver wire, it's like they make little homie hookups. Like that's kind of what it reminds me of. If someone were to release Calais Campbell right now, they'll be like, hey bro, go to the Bills or
Go
the
try to win a
Ravens or
bowl.
like
Yeah.
win a Super Bowl. Yeah.
Yep. No, yeah. I mean, I'd take him for depth, but yeah, I don't know.
He's been
I
playing
don't know
good
if he'll get
football.
released.
He
Dude,
would
for
definitely
his,
help.
yeah, I know. He hasn't been on our team in years and he's still doing well.
Yeah. He's well over 100 sacks now. I remember when he was trying to get to 100 sacks while he was still with us. And we were thinking, oh, it's kind of declining a little bit. Then he went, where did he go after us before the Cardinals? He went to Miami, had a couple of sacks. Arizona keeps sacking the quarterback, dude. He's a future Hall of Famer.
Been a baller his entire career, man.
Yeah.
And to do it at that age, that's another guy who's like taking care of himself. Obviously, his size helps, but like he he's taking care of himself to be still doing it, at a high level this long into his career.
Yeah.
What do you this comment just caught me. The Ravens haven't even peaked yet. And I agree. This season we have not even came close to peaking.
Yeah. Our most complete football game was probably against Cincinnati. Like as far as complimentary football. I know we only scored 24 points, but we basically stopped trying to score and throw the football because we were up 17-0 in the fourth quarter. You know what I mean? Like,
yep.
So
yeah, when you're up that much, you slow everything down. You don't even need to take as many chances. You don't want to, make a mistake or do something stupid. So you end up kind of scoring a less amount of points. Yeah. I mean, when you're shutting a team out and you're up 3 scores, you like the game is keep away at that point and field position, but
right.
Yeah, no, I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. And maybe, and I see this, where was it at? I saw another comment. Oh yeah. The Ravens gave me the worst gift ever. Hope.
Yeah.
And I think we're all feeling that a little bit, right? Like we were so down and out and almost like done with the season. The conversation shifted to coaching, like coaching changes. And not to say that I still don't think my opinion hasn't really changed on the head coach in that situation, but that's not the topic of conversation right now because it doesn't really help to say that this week. Like, you know what I mean? Like we got the Steelers right in front of us. We have a playoff run right in front of us. I'm not going to be talking about who we're firing right now. I'm like fired up about this game this week. The offseason, we can definitely talk about changes. So, but it is crazy. We just got that dose of hope. The Browns gave us the dose of hope, and the Ravens for beating the Packers. But what a whirlwind, man. And it could be the worst gift ever if we go out and flop in Pittsburgh and that's just how the season ends. Then it's the worst gift ever. That little ounce of hope where it's like, dude, we're back. And then we lose in Pittsburgh and it's like, oh no, this is the type of season this has always been.
Yeah. Dude, what are your thoughts, bro? Like air out your thoughts on the whole Ravens would be better off to start Tyler Huntley in this game. I'm seeing a lot of people in the media talk about this. Like, I think it's kind of nauseating, like, and just ridiculous because it doesn't take an elite football mind to see the game plan they ran with Tyler Huntley and giving Derrick Henry 36 carries over 200 and something yards. Like, you could have done that with Lamar Jackson out there.
Yeah.
No, there wasn't a single play that I saw Tyler Huntley make that I'm like, Lamar can't do that. In fact, it's the opposite. I mean, so what are your thoughts on it, bro?
My thoughts are, first and foremost, I love Snoop, and I think he's playing the best ball of his entire career.
I
So
do too.
by no means when I say this am I like putting Snoop down. I want to sign Snoop. I mean, if he gets an opportunity to start, I'll be applauding him somewhere else. But like if he
Yeah,
doesn't, I want him as our backup. Like
I do too.
I want Snoop on
100%.
this team, and
He's earned that, man.
yeah, no, 100%. But Lamar's the guy, and it's not even close. And it's to your point. It's what you said, man. We play a simpler, smarter game plan when Snoop's out there. So it seems like, if you're just kind of looking from a distance or look at the outcomes even, which is crazy to say, but like we turn the ball over less and like we're just a little bit smarter and more efficient in areas, and we're not getting sacked as much and we're not throwing an interception, and it's because of the game plan. It's because of the quick passing element. You know what I mean? It's hike and get it out, find the open guy, a lot of short passes. I want to take that and plug that into when Lamar's out there.
Yes,
and also
please.
sprinkle in what Lamar does too. I'm not saying don't take any downfield shots, but
yes,
I just want to take the game plan when we have Snoop out there and add that element to Lamar.
yes.
And you're gonna see a whole different level, man, because
Exactly.
Lamar's the guy. If Lamar's healthy, I got to say that too. If Lamar is really sore and can't move well and is very limited and isn't practicing for a lot of this week, then by all means start Snoop.
Right.
Like I'm not saying put 50% Lamar out there.
Yeah.
But if Lamar's
like 80 or more,
dude, yes, it's got to be Lamar. And this is the 2-time MVP, man. Like people are forgetting. There's this
recency bias.
The mainstream media, it probably started with the freaking Baltimore Sun article. The mainstream media went left on Lamar, man. And this is the time where you do wish he kind of had an agent, somebody working, a team working to control the narrative. Because believe it or not, that is what's going on all the time, man. Like players who have agents and really big teams can control the narrative. They will pump out media articles. They will call different places and tell them what stories and feed them information so that the narrative changes. Lamar's chilling, like, you know what I mean? And then the talk gets crazy. And it's like, oh, the Ravens are done with Lamar and, blah, blah, blah. Did that look like on Lamar on the sideline, or anytime we've seen Lamar, did that look like a Lamar who was like not wanting to be there, or that the Ravens weren't with him? Or I mean, come on. Like if you're watching the game, if you're watching them on the sideline, in the locker room, the interaction between everybody, the media is in a different world to what's actually going on.
Every single player on that Ravens roster knows when they have 8 out there, they have a chance to win any game.
Yeah, dude. And we can go on a Super Bowl run with Lamar with all the inefficiencies and mistakes and everything that we've had this season, the coaching blunders, even with limited coaching in the playoffs. It's possible. You know what I mean? Like I'm not sitting here saying we're going to win the Super Bowl, but it is possible when you have Lamar out there.
It is possible, man. I've seen Lamar do things on a football field that I've never thought I'd see. I mean, I've seen him turn like a 15-yard sack into a 50-yard touchdown. I mean, stupid stuff, But here's the thing, Ryan. If a team in the playoffs, like the Texans, shuts down your run game, completely shuts down your run game, and Derrick Henry's getting stuffed at the line of scrimmage, do we want Tyler Huntley dropping back 30, 35 times to carry us through the air?
No.
Heck no, dude.
No. It's not that he can't. That's also possible, but Lamar is such a better option. Yeah.
He is. And here's the thing. In both games where Tyler Huntley started for the Ravens this year and won this year, okay, against the Bears, 30 points. Against the Packers, 40, what 41. Was it? 41 points. Okay, so both games over 30. Here's the thing. Here it is. Tyler Huntley did not have over 200 passing yards in either one of those games, and Derrick Henry was over 20 carries in both of those games. And in the Bears game and the Packers game combined, Derrick Henry had 6 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't know what we're doing. Like, I agree. I agree with you. Tyler Huntley, I want him back. He's awesome. He deserves to be the backup here in Baltimore, and he deserves a lot of credit, especially for some of the timely throws on 3rd and 5, and making
Accuracy
these
too.
conversions.
He's not inaccurate.
Been very accurate. The velocity on the football is not nearly as much as a Lamar throw, but he's been accurate. He's executed. He hasn't turned the ball over, which is huge. So I'm appreciative of Huntley, but Lamar Jackson and Tyler Huntley, let's not pretend like they're in the same even tier when it comes to quarterback play. It's just a completely different game plan, and it's more of a game managing. Let's feature Derrick Henry and get the ball out quick whenever Tyler Huntley's out there. Why can't we do that like we've been talking about all night? Why can't we have those game plans with Lamar Jackson with the type of offensive line that we have and trying to play mistake-free football? You know what I mean?
Yeah, hopefully hopefully we've had that wake-up call from a coaching perspective, and that's how we're moving forward. You know what I mean? We don't have to air it out like crazy against the Steelers either. Like, you know what I mean? And there may be some resistance in the run game, but I think you stick to it. Like earlier this season, there was resistance in the run game. How many times were we in 3rd and 1? We were complaining on lives many times where we were in 3rd and 1 with Henry and we were getting stuffed over and over again. Lines getting blown up. But I'm telling you, that line's run blocking better right now. They're moving people. And it happened later in last season too.
It did.
It happened even later this year. I'm not making excuses here. Like, I still think it's a letdown from a overall year standpoint of the offensive line, but they've gotten it together these last few weeks in the run game.
It's like the colder it gets, the better they've been run blocking, dude.
Yeah. Well, perfect timing. Let's roll. You know what I mean? And you stick to it. If you get stuffed a few times in the first quarter, you don't have to change the game plan and just air it out constantly. I think we will wear teams down throughout the game if you stick to it. So, you know what I mean? Like that's when you see that second half explosion where the Steelers game last year comes to mind where Henry busted off like a 50-yarder. I remember he's like pushing Patrick Queen off and just like went to the house. Like you start busting a lot of big runs in the second half. You know what I mean? Things like really open up because it's like, man, dude, we've been gang tackling, running to hit this guy over and over all game, and you just wear people down. And with the threat of Lamar out there, it's a dangerous offense, man. But Lamar's the guy, and Harbaugh said that today, so it's not even like a Ravens debate. This is a maybe a little bit in the fan base and a national media debate, which I've said this so many times, but mainstream media, their goal is to get engagement. They're not like trying to present you the ultimate truth. You know what I mean? It's a surface level of research, and their goal is views, which leads to revenue. So I think they're achieving that goal. And I wish Lamar you don't have to have an agent, but like had a media team that worked behind the scenes to control that stuff, because it does get out of hand. I hate when it takes life that, the Ravens are done with Lamar. And
it takes him. He misses like 3 games or has a few bad games or average games, like after dealing with some injuries. And they're like, oh, I don't know. Lamar's falling off.
Yeah, you see what he's getting paid next year? It's too much. It's like, dude, no, it ain't.
Talking about, Did you see what Lamar was doing in his first 10 touchdowns, 1 pick? And the 1 pick wasn't even his fault when we started off the year. I mean, he was when he was healthy, dicing team. He had the highest passer rating in NFL history at the time. But he gets a little banged up and we lose a couple of games, and I don't know. Like, I don't know why they do that with Lamar. I don't see them doing that with other quarterbacks. I mean, I guess I've seen, like, even with the whole Joe Burrow, I don't know if Joe Burrow wants to play in Cincinnati anymore. Like, people throw stuff way out of the water. But dude, check out some of these injuries for the Steelers. All right. So in this last game against the Browns, they did not have TJ Watt, who had his lung punctured, defensive tackle Daniel Akeli, guard Isaac Semelo, who's a starter, James Pierre, starting corner, Brandon Eccles, starting corner, and then Calvin Austin, starting wide receiver. Plus, Darnell Washington just broke his arm. DK Metcalf is suspended. And we'll see if some of these other defenders like Pierre and Eccles are going to play. One of their guards, see if he plays. TJ Watt's a big one. But they're definitely not playing at full strength.
The DK one's massive to me.
DK one is huge.
It's just like, especially with how our defense is playing right now. I don't know how, if you just don't play freaking deep coverage and off of guys by 10 yards, I don't know how Scantling and Thielen and these guys are going to beat you. I trust Awuzie. I trust even Marlon, man. Like against these receivers, who's eating you alive on that receiving core without DK? And hopefully Wiggins has a bounce back game because they were targeting him. He was letting up a lot in that Packers game. I was surprised. Right. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, but I don't even think the Steelers right now don't even have a receiver at the caliber of like the Packers top 3. You know, like Watson or Dobbs or Golden. Like those guys are more talented than anybody Pittsburgh's dealing with right now. Rodgers didn't make awful throws in that Browns game. It was contested balls. Guys weren't coming down with them. They weren't making the play. And it was tight coverage. Like you just, I don't know how they eat us up through the air. And we also always usually stop the run. So, I mean, it seems like a juicy matchup for us, man. But I mean, yeah, we'll see. We got a super chat here I wanted to get to. Appreciate you, Nick or Nikita Ross. Love this collaboration and love you guys content individually as well as together. God bless you both. God bless you, man. Appreciate you so much. Appreciate all you guys. Thank you so much
for the super and God bless you as well, brother. We appreciate that, man. Thanks for the support. Big game on Sunday Night Football, Ryan. Last game, like you said, of the regular season. But just a reminder of what DK Metcalf did to us. 7 catches, 148 yards, averaging 21.1 yards per reception, bro. Like every target to DK was a 20-yard, like
right off the rip, too. Wasn't the first play like a go route?
Yep.
On Marlon?
They tested Marlon with a slot fade, and DK got him.
And he's gonna. DK can get our corners, I think. Like we do struggle against top level receiver talent, and I don't think it's impossible for us to cover it. And it's kind of annoying that we do struggle that much because we do have we have a really talented secondary actually, and a bunch of money spent in the secondary. So it is a little frustrating that we're getting torched through the air like that. I wish our defense was more balanced right now. Like we shut down everyone's run game, but they just don't run a lot, and then we're in trouble. I got a stat here speaking on that DK. So with Aaron Rodgers, with and without DK Metcalf. So with DK Metcalf on the field, Aaron Rodgers has a 67.2 completion percentage, 7.1 yards per attempt, and a 99.9 passer rating. Without DK on the field, 56.7 completion percentage, 4.7 yards per attempt, and a 69.1 passer rating.
Wow.
A pretty steep drop off in yards per attempt and passer rating overall when DK's not there.
30-point drop in passer rating when DK's off the field. I think the Calvin Austin injury too is huge. I mean, that's basically their wide receiver too. As far as depth, he had a 30-yard go ball on us in the first matchup. Calvin Austin, we'll see if he can play. And then we got to beware of the running backs out of the backfield.
Yeah.
We saw Jalen Warren score a 40-yard
screen
reception touchdown on us. Coverage bust. But yeah, pretty much if you look at the receivers for the Steelers last time we played them, it was Jalen Warren after DK. It was Jalen Warren for 3 catches for 49 yards and a touchdown, which was pretty much all came from that one bust. Calvin Austin 1 for 31. He got some separation on a go route. Kenneth Gainwell had 6 receptions for only 27 yards. Skoranek 1 for 13. Darnell 1 for 12. Like nobody really did damage outside of DK. DK was out of Aaron Rodgers' 284 passing yards. Half of it was DK with 148.
I feel like most teams we go against, that like the star number one receiver eats us up.
Yeah.
Like Diggs comes to mind just a few weeks ago. Christian Watson, like for the
Christian
Packers. I know he's
Watson.
not maybe on at that level, but like that's their best guy.
Jamar
So like,
Chase always goes over 100 on
yeah,
them.
it's like their top guy just kills us.
Right.
And without DK, I don't know who that top guy is.
Yeah.
I don't. And watching that Browns game, I'm just like, how in the world? Rodgers got to be so frustrated. I mean, like the whole their game plan completely changes too, because now you're not just ripping shots downfield. Now you're like, okay, we got to strategically just make sure we get quick passes to the backs and you know what I mean? Like there's a whole different strategy, and I could see the frustration on Rodgers' face that whole Cleveland game. You know, he'd throw one and Scantling's just not quite there, and it's just tight coverage, and he's not there. Nobody's like jumping over a corner and making a play. DK could out jump most of our guys. He's bigger than everyone we have, really. Like, you know what I mean? So they just don't have that option.
I agree, man. And one of the issues we had against Rodgers, the first matchup, is we let him get out of the pocket a few times, and he would find DK downfield on the scramble balls. Do you remember that?
Yep. That's another big issue. Our pass rush has to be better, and we have to be smarter with our rush lanes, because Malik Willis was extending too a little bit. And I know, and Rodgers ain't even as mobile as that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like there's really no reason that we shouldn't collapse and not let him bounce out or juke a guy out and extend the play, roll out. Like you said, he tore us up. I remember, the first play, or one of the first plays out of the set in the second half, Rodgers did that. But this is a small detail, maybe people don't remember, but we had nothing but big boys on the field on defense on that D line. We weren't trying, like we were kind of expecting the run. You know what I mean? I think we had Jenkins and Travis Jones out there on that play. So like who's catching them? You know what I mean? Like you take care of the edge. Like Rodgers was able to extend because we got a lot of big guys out there, and it was a complete mismatch. Like we were like, oh shoot, we thought they were running. Here they are, just got all the time in the world. So no, we need to make it very uncomfortable for Rodgers. You know, this is the time where I wish we did have a Myles Garrett, because that disrupted their game plan completely. They wanted to take him out of the game, and they did for the most part, but there was a lot of times that he was running into other problems because they were avoiding Myles Garrett, and we don't really have that type of guy, but hopefully they turn it up for this one, man. There's no better time. Let's have a Mike Green breakout game, you know, not that he's had a bad year, but I'm just saying, like, this is the time to make a name for yourself in a big way. You know what I mean? The stage is not going to be bigger than this, maybe in the playoffs, but right now, this is the biggest game of the season on prime time. And this is the biggest stage all year. So whoever shows out is getting paid too. Guy like Draymond Jones in a contract year, like, have a day. Let's see a 2-sack day. You know what I mean? Like relentless pressure.
Yeah, Draymond wouldn't be a better game to show up, baby.
That's what I mean, and he'll get paid for it. Like
Mike Green, baby. Hey, Mike Green, we've seen some flashes. How you gonna play in the playoffs? Some dudes just got all right. There's a few guys I can think of who have like the playoff gene. You know what I mean? Like the clutch gene, where it's playoff time and they show up. And the first person that comes to mind is Isaiah Likely.
Yeah, on offense. Yeah, no doubt.
Isaiah Likely turns up a notch. He's Mr. Clutch, dude, in the playoffs.
I think Henry is too, if we feed him.
Henry, we saw what
Henry's
he did.
Done it to us.
He's done it to us, and he also did it to Pittsburgh last year.
Yeah,
playoffs.
Yeah. I remember he did it. They were like, weren't the Titans like dominating the Chiefs too, like smack dab in the Chiefs prime? Then they like came blazing back and won. They ended up winning the Super Bowl. But like
Henry shows up in the playoffs.
Yeah,
Likely shows up in the playoffs. Zay Flowers, he's made plays, but he's also made some blunders. AFC Championship. Remember AFC Championship? It was 2007 after Kyle Hamilton got beat by Travis Kelce. Perfect throw and catch. You couldn't have seen a better throw and catch from Mahomes to Kelce. Hamilton was all over him. He got beat. It is what it is. And all of a sudden, stinking first drive, 50-yard line. Lamar Jackson drops back. He's got a free rusher. He ducks under him, dude. He ducks under him, scrambles around, and launches a 50-yard bomb to Zay Flowers. And we're like, oh my goodness. Like the crowd erupted.
He like changed his route. Like it was like the backyard, like Lamar's extending the play. Zay just took upfield. And Lamar led him back in the end zone. And then we didn't score another touchdown the rest of the game.
Yeah. But he showed up. He just had that one bad mistake in the goal line, got it popped out. That was rookie year Flowers.
I know at that time I was saying that too.
We didn't get to see second year Flowers in the playoffs.
That's true.
Let's not forget that.
That's true.
We didn't have Flowers against Pittsburgh or Buffalo.
Yeah, remember the receivers on that last Buffalo drive, the game-winning drive?
Tom Wallace caught one.
Yeah, but like who we have out there? It was Tylen, was Aguilar out there?
Anthony Miller caught one.
Yeah, Anthony Miller. Like it was a limited group because Bateman got banged up right before that too.
Yeah, he was out, and then
likely showed up. Andrews did not. Hopefully he does though, man. I'm not rooting against him. You know what I mean?
I gotta see, dude. You gotta see Mark in the playoff. Show me.
That's
something,
what I mean.
baby.
Bounce back. Yeah,
Show me
I get the trust isn't there, and it's not with me either. Like I get that, and everyone just fries Mark Andrews, and I get it. I get it. Like, but also, I'm rooting for you, man. Like, I hope you go out and dominate. I hope you catch every ball. I hope you I'm not
Mark
rooting
Andrews
against
has a 4-touchdown playoff game.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Go ball out. I'm rooting for everybody. I want us to have as much success as possible. Like we have the opportunity to win a Super Bowl, which we didn't even think was a remote possibility. I'm rooting for it. Is it likely? I don't know. We'll see. Got to beat the Steelers, man.
Yeah, dude. If we don't beat the Steelers without DK Metcalf and Darnell Washington, we don't deserve it, bro.
Hell no. No.
We don't. We just don't. But I have a good feeling they're going to walk away with the victory, Ryan.
No, me too, man. 100%. I don't see how they score a lot of points. That's where my conviction in the Ravens comes from. Is like even if we have, because Pittsburgh's going to play a tough game. I'm not saying they're going to go out there and lay down. Like this is going to be a physical game in their house. Like it ain't going to be easy. And it could be, no one's even been talking about this, but like this could be Aaron Rodgers' last game ever, right?
Could be, bro.
Ever. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying I haven't even seen that anywhere, but I'm just saying like it could be. So like,
dude, the stakes could not be higher.
Yeah, no.
We're talking about
the drama.
2 coaches who are the longest tenured head coaches in the NFL, who are both literally coaching for their jobs right now. Both have been rumored to be in a hot seat among the fan base, among the media, and we've heard the rumblings, right? I've seen so many Steelers fans saying, I'm tired of 9-8 Tomlin, bro. Yep. Like you have you're 9-6. All you got to do is beat the 3-win Browns with Shedeur Sanders, rookie quarterback, their top weapon, and Fannon's out, and they roll over, can't get it done. Seeing so many Steelers fans, they're like, bro, we're going to be 9-8 again. Another 9-win season. But hey, he's never been under 500. Like that's been the narrative. Like, he'd never been under 500 for like 20 straight years or whatever. But dude, so you got the drama between the 2 head coaches, right? John Harbaugh, Mike Tomlin, both coaching for legacy at this point and possible future job security. And then you also have the whole narrative of Lamar and the big time games and the clutch games. Will he play? Will he not? Then you have Derrick Henry and DeAndre Hopkins, who both came to Baltimore with the hopes of winning a Super Bowl. DeAndre Hopkins had bigger offers elsewhere in free agency, but he said, I wanted to play with Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry with a chance to win a Super Bowl at this point in my career. And it's literally the last game of the season. Winner's in, loser goes home. It couldn't be bigger stakes, man.
No, I love it. I love it. The pressure's on, but the opportunity's there. Like you said, like, yeah, how special would it be to like, what a story this season would be, man. Imagine watching like this America's game and like, and like you start out 1-5 and it's like, everyone says the season's over. Then it's the world's burning. Then you win 5 straight and the hope's back. We're rolling. And then all you got to do is just win the division games, and then we stumble through the division. We get blown out by the Bengals on Thanksgiving. We lose to Pittsburgh. Like you're stumbling. Lamar gets hurt again for like the 4th time this season, and then here we are.
Yep.
1 game away. All you got to do is win. You're completely back in control, and Lamar, Henry, Hop, they can get a ring. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. I hope it happens. It'd be so sick.
All right. I'm going to try something new, Ryan.
All right.
You keep talking. But
yeah, I mean, yeah,
what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, I'm excited for the game, man. I really am. I'm excited that we even like have hope, you know, and it could be the worst curse too, like we were talking about earlier. Like maybe the worst gift is this ounce of hope that we have, and we're just gonna get really let down. But I'm not looking at it from that lens. I'm like, man, the perfect opportunity is right in front of us. And did they deserve this opportunity based off the season we've had? Probably not. We're very fortunate and blessed that the AFC North was a mess this year, and that the Steelers didn't run away with it, because the AFC North at the beginning of the year seemed a lot harder. You know, we were looking at the Bengals too. I know their defense isn't great, but I didn't think they'd be this bad. Obviously, Burrow injury played a big role in that. And then the Steelers fumbled their season throughout. They were a very inconsistent team. So, I mean, the AFC North, luckily, is wide open. And if we had a team run away with it, if Pittsburgh had 11 wins right now, we'd have no chance. You know what I mean? Yeah. And maybe we don't deserve a chance, but we have one. So let's go.
We have a chance. Dude, I think the Steelers losing to the Browns is just was made right by the Ravens losing to the Steelers in the first matchup, bro. I had Steelers fans texting me. Like, I had a Steeler fan literally text me and say, this one got robbed from you guys.
The likely catch.
Not just that, but the Travis Jones thing.
Yeah, the pick.
Yeah, the likely catch though was the obvious one. That was the obvious where we lost. Like, but there was other calls too. So, hey, what would it look like if we would have won that matchup? I guess it still would have came down to this game.
Same. Yeah.
Same way.
Right? Well, we'd have. Yeah, because if they beat us, then we'd be tied. Actually, it'd probably come down to a different tiebreaker, because when we then end up with the same division record. Right now, we only have a chance because if we beat them, we have the tiebreaker. But
right. If we would have won in that game, we would have been right now. What's our record? 8-8. We would have been 9-7. Right, and they would have been
9-7, or no, 8-8. Yeah, they would have lost. Yeah.
And then if we lost that one, I wonder if they still would have won the division, because it would have been a split, and we would finish with the same record, 9-8.
Oh, okay. I'm looking at it now. So we will have a better division record than them. That's why we will win. If we would have beat them before, it would have been tied division record wise, but they have a better conference record. Isn't that the next tiebreaker?
I think it goes divisional record.
Yeah, I know, but we'd be tied.
Okay, tied in the divisional record.
If we would have won.
Yeah.
So then it goes to what? Conference? AFC?
Conference.
They got us.
I think also it was like, I think before conference it's common opponents, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know. I just wondered I was just wondering what that would have looked like if we would have won the first matchup. If we could have
had to win this. Yeah, right. Yeah, I just looking at it quickly, I don't think so. I think we still had to win, but like there may be some weird tiebreaker there where we wouldn't have been able to. But yeah. I mean,
because they lost to the Browns, which hurts their divisional record.
And that's the reason we can get in, because we're both 3-2 in the division right now. So when we beat them on Sunday,
when we beat the brakes off of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
We will be 4-2 in the division, and they will be 3-3, and that is the reason we are winning the North, because our overall record will be the same.
Yeah, I like it, Ryan.
Yeah, let's go out.
Man.
Get the dub, man.
Let's do it.
We'll be back on here next Monday talking about the playoff match.
We will be talking about the playoffs next week. Indeed.
And we're not going anywhere regardless. So appreciate all you guys who are here and rocking
purple
with us.
shades.
Oh yeah, dude.
Ready for next live.
Yeah, if we beat the Steelers and are in the playoffs, the purple shades gotta come out, brother.
Dude, I'm gonna have to send you a pair of purple shades, Ryan.
All right.
We're gonna have to be going.
You got the same kind? Yeah.
Purple shades.
All right, I'm with it. I'll rock them. Let's go.
Or the aviator styles.
All right.
Tom Cruise, baby.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I'll even buy them from you. You don't have to send them for free. I'll send you money for them. I just want I want the same ones or similar ones, I guess.
Yeah, I gotta find them. I gotta find the ones. I'll send you a link.
All right, yeah, that works too. Yeah. Nah, hell yeah, man. Well, anything else on your mind?
Just Derrick Henry going nuts on the Steelers, bro. I want to see another Patrick Queen stiff arm, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna see another one of those. We got one in the Packers game. That was fun.
That was fun.
Yeah, Valentine, right? Just
it is very fun to watch Derrick Henry run the football.
Dude, I love it. Feed him.
Dude, when it's the second he crosses like the 5 yard, like the 5 yard mark in a run, I'm like wired. I'm like, let's go.
And when you start, when you start the game too, and you just rip off like 9 or 10 yards on the first carry. I'm like, oh, here we go, dude.
Yeah,
it's
you're like
type of night.
Yeah, you're gonna wear them down. They're already, yeah,
100%. All right, before we get out of here, what's a little score prediction? You got one?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Ravens 28, Steelers 17.
Yeah, I like it. Dude,
I think we win by over 10 points.
I was thinking 27-17, like a little uglier, like not all touchdowns, you know what I mean? But like that was my first thought, honestly. I'm gonna go 27-16 then, just to be weird. But yeah. We're getting it done.
I hope it's not a nail biter.
It might be. I mean, like I said, you're going to get their best shot. There's no doubt about it. They're not going to lay down.
No way.
It's going to be a tough game, and especially early on too. I hope we have a better start than we had the last time we played them, because we actually really handled them in the second half of that game. But the first half, what was halftime? Like 17-3. We were getting crushed. So like you can't have that kind of start, man. Like no way. You have to start fast.
Yeah, it was,
or at least just keep it tight and close for a little bit. You know what I mean? Like even if it's freaking 3-3 at half, like whatever, but like not down 17-3. That's rough. Then you have to play beyond perfect. So and you can't have one call go against you. And look what happened. You know what I mean? It's like, we got to start fast, man. But I just don't see how Pittsburgh's going to score a lot of points. I know everyone's not confident about the defense and the secondary right now. I feel you. But what weapons do they have?
I put a little poll. That's the first time I ever did a poll during a live.
All right.
And I put, will Ravens win by over 10 points in Pittsburgh? Which me and you both predicted a 10-point victory, right?
Yeah,
11.
Yeah.
We got 45% yes. And we got 19% no with a 33% win, but close one.
Yeah.
So with 0% voting for losses. So let's go. Let's go,
man.
Dude, it's good all around, Ryan. It's good all around.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't get a chance to see any of your videos, but like the game before, or the video that I posted before the Browns upset the Steelers, I had like 5,000 views. And then as soon as the hope was back alive in the Browns upset the Steelers, I posted a video and I was like, I woke up and it was at 20,000. I was like, we're back, baby. The flock is back.
Yeah, yeah. No, the momentum was there for sure. The momentum was there 100%. Yeah, I think mine are obviously a lot less. I'm newer. I got less subscribers, but I think I had like 10 on that one and growing. I mean, it was just not even like 24 hours ago. So it's
Yeah.
like 10K in 24 hours, pretty good. But
Dude, Derrick Henry just
yeah, the
fires up
momentum's
everybody,
there.
bro.
Yeah, the momentum's and the fact that like we're back in control. Who wants to sit there and hope for the Browns, like,
I
or
know,
rely
dude.
on the Browns? You know what I mean? That's a painful position to be in. Like, I didn't have a lot of belief that they were gonna win that game until I was watching it, and then I was like, okay, I'm all in now. Like, I've never rooted for the Browns so hard in my life. I watched every second of that game. I was a diehard Browns fan for like 3.5 hours.
Dude, I know. It was kind of refreshing a little bit for me, Ryan, just because I wanted to be able to root for Shador Sanders, but then I had to stop because he went to the Browns. I can't root for his success on a division rival.
Except
Like,
that game. Yeah.
and then I got to root for him, and felt it felt nice to root for
Yeah.
Shador because just he was like
Yeah.
so like overlooked, and yeah,
Yeah. No,
he looked
I
pretty
agree,
good
man.
in that game. There was a couple of like silly throws, but dude was dishing.
Yeah,
Well,
early
I'm
too,
I'm
especially. I was really fired up. They made some
yeah,
mistakes, but
right. That touchdown throw to Fannin, that one was like, let's go. And it was 10-0.
I
And then it
know.
was like at that point, like they kept punting, but then the Steelers also kept punting. It was like just a battle of like defense and like just waiting for the clock to slowly run out. Like the watch party at John Harbaugh's house had to have been crazy, bro.
Yeah, I wonder who showed
But
up. I already said a bunch some players and coaches were there. I was just curious. I probably
I
won't know.
know.
They asked him
You're
about
like,
it.
can
He
I
just
see the instead of the practice report, can I see the game watch report? Can I see who showed up? Who was a participant, a non-participant, a limited participant at the game watch party?
That would have, yeah,
But
that would have been, it would have been interesting. No, it's not a big deal. It's cool they even offered that, but yeah,
yeah,
I was just curious. Like, was it a huge turnout? Was like the whole half the squad there? Was it like a huge
right.
thing, or is it just a couple guys, or like who went?
I like that, dude. I feel like that builds like
Yeah,
camaraderie, like that builds chemistry off the field. Even if it was just the coaches, like the coaches all watching the game together, they're like, "Oh, you see what the Steelers are doing there and there," and they're like game planning against them, like while they're
it
watching the
helps.
game, and like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So,
the
uh,
team seems together, and like there were a few moments this year looking back, like the Texans after the Texans game was one of them, because I don't remember ever getting blown out like that. Maybe the last time we played the Texans with like Flacco, and then the players had a players
yeah,
only meeting. But like the team seems together. They're playing hard. They're fighting.
yeah,
It's not a broken team. It's not a team that doesn't have belief that they can do it. You know what I mean?
right,
And yeah, that's important because now they're back in control. So like a team that is together and believes that they're gonna go win a Super Bowl, and all they have to do is just win the games and beat the teams in front of them. It's a
yeah.
dangerous team, man, especially one this talented too. So hopefully Lamar comes back healthy, and I think we can even beat the Steelers with Snoop. I'll be honest with you, but
Oh,
I
I do
don't.
too.
I think we need Lamar to go win a Super Bowl, though. You know what I mean?
I
Like if we're
agree.
trying to go on a crazy run here, and I just want to see Lamar back. I don't want the dude hurt. He's our
Right.
franchise quarterback, man. Like I want Lamar out there.
I agree, man. I'm eager to see who plays and doesn't play. There was a report from Ian Rappaport about an hour ago. He said Ravens are cautiously optimistic about Lamar, while it's wait and see for Steelers edge TJ Watt. TJ Watt's a big one, not just as a pass rusher, which we know he's pretty lethal, but he's a good run defender, and he's hit Derrick Henry in the backfield, a few
Yeah,
times. And
I remember it. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
no, I was just saying he defends like the RPO pretty well.
Yeah, 100%. Last time we played the Steelers early in that game, Watt was screaming off the edge straight to Henry. Lamar could have pulled multiple times and had like wide open lane, but I think Lamar was a little banged up. He was giving it to Henry, and Watt was just tackling Henry right behind. Just got getting to the legs. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh my goodness. Like, yeah, no, he's a problem. And Highsmith's a problem. And Hayward, like their front is dangerous. Without not having Watt out there, does hurt them. I just think the bigger loss for them in this game is Metcalf. You know what I mean? Like,
that's
it's
huge.
such a weapon.
And Darnell's huge too.
That too, yeah.
Yeah. But they do have their front is on their defense is pretty healthy. They have Derek Harmon back. They have
he is back for this game. That is, yeah, he's a beast.
Cam Hayward playing good football. So they got their two best defensive tackles, like right in the front. They got Alex Highsmith healthy. They got Queen healthy. So
could be some resistance. Could be some resistance in the run game, but stick to it. Don't overthink it and like stop running, you know, or take Henry out the game because it's like, oh, we can't run on him. Yes, you can. Give it time. Dude, yes, you can.
In a straight up like fight or like just physicality, like nastiness, I think I'd take Derrick Henry and Patrick Ricard against almost anybody in the NFL.
No, 100%. I know we can run.
At some point, they're going to break. Like,
exactly.
Ricard is a nasty. He is a specimen, and Derrick Henry is a specimen. Like those two dudes coming at you over and over again.
Who we didn't even talk about this entire show, the tight ends blocking, Charlie Kohler, Andrews, Likely. I mean, even Tez Walker was out there blocking on that touchdown run. Great block. Like, those guys don't get enough credit too, man. They're out there blocking. Our run blocking is awesome right now. It's fun to watch. They look like they're just playing with joy there. It's back into the mode how it was at the end of last year, where it's like, we're running on you. You know it. You can't stop it. That is how we've been playing
better too.
Yeah, and the whole O-line and the tight ends, receivers, we're run blocking.
Linderbaum's playing really good too, bro.
Yeah.
Everybody's run blocking.
We can run on them, feed Henry, and keep mixing the runs up too. You know what I mean? Like I loved some of those outside zone runs, the toss on near the goal line. Like we're mixing it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love what I'm seeing in the run game right now. You get Lamar back, now you have a whole other set of options. And I just think it makes it too dangerous. We're healthy. Outside of Lamar, we're healthy. The Steelers are missing so many key pieces. We're not. Like, there's no excuses. This is it.
This is it. Here we go, Ryan. We went a little bit over time. We had fun talking about Ravens, bro. Bro Flacco says Kohler is basically Boyle with better hands. I like it.
Prime Boyle is high standards, but Kohler is awesome, man. I do love that comparison. I really do love that comparison. And I'd like to keep Kohler around too.
I would.
That's a guy that I don't think he's going to cost a ton. I think he's just a football player, man. Like somebody that is going to do it all.
I agree, and it feels like he is a good locker room guy. It feels like a lot of the coaches and teammates like Kohler. He brings good energy. So
I think he broke the huddle down in the this last game in the post game. He was like giving his speech, and then Harbs was like, "Oh, I'm gonna let Snoop break it down." And then Kohler's speech was like pretty fire, and then they're like, "Yeah, you break it
down." you go, buddy.
Yeah,
we like that.
Yeah, but
all right, guys.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you guys though, for real. Hit the like button. Thanks for coming through, spending an hour with us or whenever you joined. Yeah, man, we got a must-win game this week, but all the opportunity in the world. Hopefully we're back next week talking about who we're playing in the playoffs.
Yes. And then the week after that, we're talking about who we're playing in the divisional round.
Yeah.
And then the week after that, we're talking about who we're beating in the AFC Championship. And then like a month later, we're talking about who we're playing in the Super Bowl. And then like a week after that, we're going to watch the parade in Baltimore.
Dude, that'd be
see,
nuts.
Hey, you know that picture of like the edited picture of Lamar and Henry, like with the Lombardi.
Lombardi,
we got to see it.
I've only seen it in Madden.
Yeah.
Dude,
let's do it, man. Hey, AFC, wide open.
100%. Yeah, let's go take it.
All right.
Let's go take it. Appreciate you guys, though. Have a beautiful rest of your night, and we'll see you next Monday.